Hi, this is Dave Berg and Hernan Reyes again. Your your old executives that have lots of experience in the corporate world and some experience in network marketing. We're here to talk again about being successful in network marketing and what is the requirements. Let me start out by saying I think that leadership is a very important requirement in being successful in a multi-level. So with that, let me ask Hernan, what's your experience and why do you think this is such an important factor? And then what do you think would be the most important thing a person can do to improve that leadership value or attractiveness?
Let me say something about leadership first, and I think it's such a huge term and covers so many things. But deep down, I think if you really look into the specifics and the examples and how it really is spread throughout the number of characteristics that you see in individuals who are tagged with the term leader, I think deep down you're going to find out that it's perhaps something that has been written the most on any literature on any time, and that really is reflected by I think it's a Christian term, like you live today as if you were going to die tomorrow. And what does it really mean? And what does the golden rule mean? Are we talking about, do as to others as the same way as you would like to be done to you? And if you look at the publications of today on The Secret, for instance, which is a fairly popular little book, basically they're telling you the same thing. And even if you deal with other books, which is, for instance, Happiness for No Reason, they're exactly the message. If you read long enough, you're going to find out that indeed there's no need for you to acquire things to be happy. They're saying you can be happy with the way you are, with the things, with the family you have, with the job you have, etc., etc. So deep down, what is it? They're saying is be happy, and people eventually, the people who are make up your environment, will be equally happy, or at least will have something to look up to. And leadership is, to me, is exactly that. Project goodness, project good attitude, project generosity, and that is what will attract the people to you.
Well, Hernan, it doesn't sound like anything really new and exciting. In fact, if you again in the Christian sense, when the master teacher, Christ, was asked, what are the great two commandments? He said simply, love God is number one, and then love thy neighbor as thyself. I mean, that seems to be at least a couple thousand-year old. But let's bring it up to date. When you look at some of the people that talk about organizational development, Warren Bemis, there's an outfit called the Arbinger Group. The Arbinger Group has written a couple of books. One of the most recent ones happens to be The Anatomy of Peace. And what they've figured out is that essentially everybody has a way of being. And the way of being has to do with their heart. Okay? And their heart is either at peace or at war. And generally, as it goes, if your heart's at peace, you then treat people as people and not as objects. When your heart is at war, you treat people as objects. I mean, simply said. When you're treating people as objects, you're not following the second commandment, love thy neighbor as thyself. There's others that have talked about this and written about it. So I think that maybe the most important thing a person can do to improve their leadership and to improve their leadership value and attractiveness is work on being more interested than others than in themselves. Because there's a bit of selfishness in all of us. And be more interested in giving than receiving. Now this is easier said than done. Again, I say that we all have a little selfishness in us, and so it's difficult. But leadership is important. If you want to be successful in business, and especially in network marketing, you have to have attraction value. And you have to develop this. And once you have this, then others will be attracted to you, and you'll be follower leader kind of thing. So this is Berg and Reyes again, your old time corporate executive types that have experienced a lot of leadership in both here and in network marketing, and we'd like to give you our insights, the benefit of our experience. You can see we're kind of old. I don't have any here, and Hernan is kind of sparse. So we'd like to give you the benefit of our experience and wish you well. And again, we say, have a great day. Thank you. Contact us at the email addresses below, and we'd be happy to help you. Have a great day. Thanks.